Our faces are just so little down there. Just so little, guys.
There we go. Yes.
Go there. We're live. We're on the internet. Hello, friends. Good morning. Good night. Hello, bees. Welcome back from wherever you are. We were in bed, or one of us was at work. But it's a weekend. Don't work weekends. Have some work-life balance.
Yeah,
yeah, that's not a target in common at all.
The only way I earn money. Leave me alone.
I just got in trouble
Start
yesterday for
hooking.
not having a... I support that. There's Feet Finder for a reason. Saying there's a foot for everybody. Anyways, we're back with this crazy group of cool cats and mediocre kittens. And we're going to do a real quick recap before we get into the thing. Because, oh boy, is it ever spicy out there in the Shadowfell, let me tell you. Real quick, make it cute. Buck, you're first.
May went on a cute little walk with a little kid who was lost, and then Dio exploded it because it wasn't a little kid. It was a little demon from the ocean.
Yeah.
I feel like that really just sums up the entirety of the session super well.
Mm-hmm.
No more context, no more detail needed. Chris, what you got, honeybee?
Yeah, we saw some flowers that had beating hearts maybe in the middle of them and just really wanted to smell them. The copper smell.
You know, stop and smell the roses. I support it.
Living life.
Wombat, what you got?
We chose to avoid a Tarask, and in doing so, we ended up being surrounded by natives.
Yeah, you know. You win some, you lose some.
Do you think this is stuff that they found in like early colonizer handbooks? Like, yeah, we decided to avoid this Tarask. Instead, we found the natives.
That's pretty much Christopher Columbus's diary. I don't know what you're talking about. Nikki.
Nailed it.
I have nothing more to add. Anawana's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She left us a rock.
Shiny rock.
She left a shiny rock.
We like shiny rock. Crack.
Yes, exactly. That truly does sum it up. The party at the end of last session did do some preparatory actions. Dio snuffed out a flame under someone's feet magically using prestidigitation. May popped off one of her echoes. Balthazar took a different approach and cast Fireball. And Callus is currently snuggling a blade to the throat.
I'm trying to be diplomatic.
And, you know, I support the diplomacy.
And here comes the fireball. We just finished putting this fire out.
Yeah,
Thank
let's
you.
start another one.
Well, the fireball already happened.
Yeah.
Oh, the fireball already happened. Okay.
Let's just, you know, take one for the team and just switch right over to combat cams. And we're at the top of the round as we join back on this crossway of the Shadowfell. A handful of assailants and prisoners, a horse and buggy, and no more flame to be seen as Dio snuffed it out at the top of the round. We have this guy here in his leather skirting and his sharp blade dragging along the grass. He is just going to run right up and get on to the back of the horse and buggy. He's not fucking around. He's holding onto the side of the buggy. Dio, it's your turn with Balthazar on deck. What do you want to do?
We forgot to include the thick-ass horses in the recap.
Yeah.
Oh,
the first thing I'll do is I'll communicate to the rest of the party that they're anti-Blood Reigna, and that they're trying to figure out where we stand. I did that briefly last session, but Deal will just reiterate it, and then he will hold an action.
Okay,
I'll hold an action.
Trigger?
The trigger will be is if Someone within range makes a hostile move against one of the party members.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, I will cast command.
Okay, and what's the range? 120?
The range is 60 feet.
60 feet, got it. Anything else from Dio? Movement, bonus action, or otherwise?
The command will be grovel
Okay.
if they fuck around, but otherwise, Dio will just move here.
All right. Passing Balthazar, dodging by Melee. That brings us to Balthazar's turn after Dio takes movement. Balthazar, what do you want to do?
I mean, I know what I want to do, but we're being diplomatic, so I guess he's going to hold his position and also hold an action in case there is foul play to shoot off a chromatic orb, which will be lightning.
All right. Movement, bonus action, or otherwise from Balthazar.
Maybe just move slightly over to get a better field of view, but
Okay.
yeah, that's about it.
Callus number 3, this gentleman with the flatwood mask and the beads around his neck, scarring and like burn marks up his arm, still has a blade to your throat and continuously repeats Disciva Blood Reigna to you. And you kind of feel the pressure of the blade press a little bit. Not quite enough that he's trying to nick you, but he's pushing it against you. It's your turn. What do you want to do?
From memory, 13 was like another person or a child, I think it was.
Like more of an older figure, like a more in command individual.
Yeah. And these people look similar to Rakesh, correct?
In what
Or-
sense are you trying to gather that they
Well,
look like Rakesh?
wooden mask, covered in scars, beads around their neck. All of that rings Rakesh to me.
Yeah, you could assume that for sure.
So, Callus sort of currently in a stance of like shield up, sword up.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of takes a step back really, really slowly.
Okay.
And makes a gesture of, okay, I'm putting my sword away. I don't really know what you're saying. I do not know who this Blood Reigna is. I do not want to harm you.
Anything else you'd like to do, Callus? Okay. With Callus kind of stepping back and showing his distaste to the hostility at the moment, you hear off to your side a little bit of screaming and shaking as you can hear the clanging of metal manacles hitting stone as number 4's arms are being secured against the wall. 13 here. They have only like a half wooden mask as opposed to a full one like the one holding the blade up to you, Callus. Their skin has deep red paint kind of smeared along the eye, and it looks almost like a hand drugged down with it. And they just sort of look at you, and you watch their eyes shift from left to right. And for the first time since they've started talking, you understand what they're saying as they start to speak in a very broken common. Give up, be safe. And they sheath their own blade.
Give up, be safe.
Mm-hmm. With that, they don't take any further action. Number 11 is going to jump on the back of the horse. And he's going to like hop into the back of the carriage and grab the 2 reins before bringing them up and then whipping them down quickly. Number 9 just clutching onto the side as the part of them begins to go. And May, Dio, Callus, and as they turn Balthazar, can you guys just make dexterity checks to see if you can get out of the way of this horse?
Checks or saving throws?
We'll just make it checks. Not important enough to be a save.
Ouch, my foot.
Good.
That's a 9.
18.
Dirty 20.
And Dio?
Muted.
10.
Okay. Balthazar and Malin, you take no damage. Dio and Callus, you both take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as this horse and buggy just kind of like trample over your feet. May and Balthazar kind of manage to duck out of the side. The 2 of you are a little bit slower than as they run off out of sight, out of mind, up in a northern pattern from you guys. Number 7, and it is number 1's turn. They are going to finish manacling this individual to the wall, not really paying mind to what is happening behind them, and you begin to see a fire lit under this one's feet as well. And that is the end of number 1's turn.
You gotta put the fires out.
Yeah, it's gonna be put out on my turn. Unfortunately, my held action doesn't really the context I gave up doesn't really suit the situation.
Yeah.
Plus, it would just be making a guy fall down.
And they all fall down.
Make the manacled person fall over.
Get in the fire.
May,
I was
your turn
switching
followed
teams,
by your
Taylor. I
echo.
throw
What do you want
Alice
to
on
do?
the fire.
You're right.
Echo's not doing anything. May is going to cast Mage Hand, which is
Okay.
invisible. And she's going to send it over this way.
Okay.
Hopefully 3 and 13 are not looking behind the thing and start unmanacling him from the wall.
Noted. Okay. Go ahead and make a Thieves' Tools check for me. So, D20 plus your proficiency bonus plus your dexterity modifier.
I have double proficiency with Thieves' Tools.
Look at you.
What's my proficiency? So +8 +4. So +12, 21.
You're focusing on the individuals and you're not really looking. You're kind of being a little more inconspicuous with your action as you send out this mage hand, slipping it behind the captive, and you watch as your spectral light blue hand that is very only visible to you begins picking away at this lock, and you watch as the first manacle gets set free as your hand slowly begins to work on the second one.
Yeah, and I'll use the mage hand to like lower it down instead of
letting it drop.
Yeah. And she's not doing anything other than staring at this. The number 3 just put their sword away, right?
13 did. Number 3 still has it pointed out at Callus. Callus has since backed away from the sword slightly.
May just makes crazy eyes staring at number 3.
Fantastic. This gentleman here in the corner, who was one of Balthazar's fireball victims, is going to dash.
I feel like that's going to be like a
Up.
donate sort of advert for Balthazar's fireball victims.
Imagine by John Lennon starts playing.
In the arms of the angels.
As he walks by, he shouts back to the group. It's very, very quick and dirty. Dio, you pick up a few words. Cave, door, river, as he kind of like bolts past
river.
you.
Those are my favorite 3 words.
Mine are spoon, potato, and elevator.
Wild.
Love that combination. This one that you've just set free, May. You watch as your mage hand kind of holds the manacles in place, bringing it down, and they slip their arms to the side, but they continue to hold very, very still.
Good boy or girl, whatever you are. You have a bag on your head. I don't know.
Person.
They're not moving. Number 2 here just starts screaming, to be honest, as the flames ignite under their feet.
Keep your mouth shut.
They're kicking their legs back and forth. Balthazar and Meg, your peripheral vision sees it a little bit more than anybody else's. The fire is a very, very bright blue at the base before coming up red. It looks a little different than the flame that was used in front of Callus that Dio had previously snuffed out. Dio, it's your turn. What do you want to
do? This fire gets put out. Prestidigitation.
Okay.
And then, so they're able to understand me clearly, and I'm able to understand them clearly.
Yes.
So I will say, nobody wants to fight. We just want to talk. If we could hold off on the, whole burning people thing, and then we could figure this all out like grown-ups.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
Come on, bud.
Okay, so I rolled a 7, but when I roll, where is it? I know it's a thing. Yes, when I make a persuasion or deception check, I can treat a d20 roll of a 9 or lower as a 10. So it'll actually be a 10. So 10 plus 13 is 23.
Okay.
So the minimum persuasion for Dio is 23? Woo-hoo!
Or deception.
Fucking hell.
And then Dio will just smile very safely. All of his sharper features slightly round out, making him look less intimidating and more happy. Cute little guy.
Just a cute little guy. Balthazar, what would you like to do? And go ahead and mark off that spell slot for grovel.
Yes, ma'am. Well, you
and
weren't talking to
Balthazar
me.
for your chromatic garb as well.
I don't know why I thought you were talking to me.
Luckily, I've got level 1s to burn. Yeah. I have a feeling that they're going to follow a pattern, like they're going to light fires and then try and run away. So I'm going to move over slightly to this bit. And if it looks like number 4 is going to light number 7 on fire, or whichever way around it is, I will cast Prestidigitation to put the fire out.
Madman.
Okay.
Purple's being chained up.
Oh.
Holding for fire.
Fuck you, 4, you terrorist.
No, force the one being chained up.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck him, he's a terrorist.
That's why he's a terrorist.
Oh.
They're Guantanamoing these boys.
Anything else from Balthazar?
I got nothing else until we decide to light this candle.
Okay. You see number 3 kind of cock their head and look at all of you as a handful of them begin to walk away, some others than not. Can I please have let's simply go with Can I have a wisdom saving throw from who's closest? Let's have a wisdom saving throw from Dio, please.
A wisdom saving throw from Dio. That's a 15.
Okay.
Am I okay, or should I start killing everyone?
You know what? I'm just gonna check something on your character sheet before I speak.
You bet.
Boy.
I'm a real sexy little guy. That's all it says on my character sheet, oddly enough. I haven't had stats this whole game.
I can confirm it just says that.
Okay, no, you're good. You don't have any resistances. You're fine.
No, apparently I'm not fine. I don't have any resistances. Give me back the resistances. Why'd you take them?
You hear a very soft set of words being spoken to you, Dio. It's almost like a lullaby is being sung.
Oh shit, they've got a bard.
You can't make out the words. It's just a lot of nonsense and gibberish coming. But to you, it makes perfect sense. You sound so tired. You're so sleepy. You need a rest. Dio, you're effectively incapacitated.
Wow, beautiful little ditty. And then it just collapses.
And that is it from them.
Taylor.
Yes.
Incapacitated. Do changelings revert to their base form?
No.
Okay. Then nothing. Never mind.
All right. That is all from him. Number 4.
As far as everyone knows, I'm still a good boy.
Just continues screaming and shaking off the side as they're being chained up. None of you can understand what is being said at this time. However, number 13 here is going to start walking. It's going to walk past, and it's going to put a hand on Dio's shoulder. Kind of like a teacher looming over your desk. And leans right in and starts whispering at Dio before just biting on the side of Dio's shoulder.
I moan instinctually.
Can I use my reaction?
You may, yeah.
I'm swapping places with Dio. I'm taking the hit.
Okay. So you kind of force yourself in, Callus, as you try to pull Dio out of the way. He's rock solid. His body is not making any movement. He is tight, like almost
like a tiger,
frozen in time. And you slide yourself in, and I need you to make a charisma saving throw as you take 9 points of piercing damage and 11 points of necrotic damage.
Is this a spell?
It is not a spell.
Okay.
Damn it, Callus stealing my vampire story arc.
That's 8.
Okay. You are effectively charmed. You cannot be hostile to this creature, and you have disadvantage on social checks towards them.
I got
And
disadvantage on social checks anyway.
As they bite into your shoulder, Callus, it feels like the worst wasp or bee sting you've ever experienced. Your shoulder immediately begins aching as you look down to see through your bandages this blood pouring out, tarnishing the color. And it just kind of looks up, and its eyes drop from this crystal blue color to this dark red amber as it just ever so slightly wipe their lip.
Question.
Yes.
Does my split skin have any effect on this?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
But you feel the burn. And if you look down and you were to move your bandages around, you would definitely see that the bumps and boils and scars where they have bitten go to like black dying flesh color instead of the green and yellow jaundicey pus.
Go see a dermatologist. Fuck.
It's like just keep heaping it on. Callus is like a fucking
What's
trash
fun for the
site at
shit,
the minute.
man?
Like just throwing more stuff on. Like, oh well.
Look. This is the power of the one who endures. He's taking all that shit from me.
I think the one who endures is just Nurgle.
The last thing number 13 is going to do is going to pull out a set of manacles and put them on Dio.
Oh hell no! These will not.
Yeah, May's popping off. This
Yeah.
isn't going to go well.
There we go. We pop
Dio moans again instinctually. He doesn't really know what's going on, but this feels familiar.
Number 7 is going to step up a few feet, and Balthazar, you can kind of see it as you've started to turn in that direction. And he is going to charge at you and make 3 attacks with his scimitar. First one is a natural 20. Second one is a 26. And the next one is a dirty 20.
The first 2 hit. Last one does not.
Perfect. Okay, so going with the crit first. You take acute and 23 points of slashing damage. Oh, no, don't do that. And then 12 points of necrotic damage as he kind of brings his scimitar up. And as he does, you see it cut the side of his own ribcage, Balthazar. Just a little bit of blood forming into balls before wrapping it and being absorbed by this scimitar. And the scimitar begins to like shine this almost obsidian black sheen to it as a little bit of purple energy begins to dissipate from its blade. And he brings it up and slashes into you before raising it up and slashing in one more time for that second hit there.
That was just the first one? Fuck me.
That was just the first one. You take 9 points of slashing damage and 2 points of necrotic this time as he brings it back over to your chest and kind of pushes himself off you.
Okay.
Putting 5 more feet between the two of you.
I'm gonna use my
just like heavy breathing.
I'm gonna use my reaction to do my Song of Defense. So I'm gonna expend a 4th level spell slot and take away, basically just avoid 20 of that damage.
Perfect. Okay.
Because that was a lot.
What does that look like for you? Yeah, what does it look like when you do so?
This is the first time he's done it, so yeah, like, oh yeah, we're ready to go, we're ready. Oh my god, it's coming for me! And then, like, wailing and screaming as he's trying to avoid the slashing knife that, like, catches the top of his head or something. I don't know. It probably would be more elegant because he's still doing his blade song, but it's more like wailing in the middle of a Tibetan song. I don't fucking know. Yodely.
Support it. Yodely. Okay. And as so you kind of you push away. See this dark purple and black energy leave his blade and linger around your skin as he slices you. And with your song, you kind of just push that energy away. It's not lingering on your body and burning into your skin anymore. That brings us to the one right behind Dio. He's going to step past Dio, look right at May, and he is going to cast Suggestion. Can you please make me a wisdom saving throw, Maylin?
16.
That just passed. May infernal tongue begins to enter your ears, and you start just muttering to yourself, looking around, not making eye contact, doing everything you can. You start thinking about Callus, looking at Callus, seeing Dio. You're keeping your mind occupied elsewhere as these words just don't find the spot in your brain with your exalted training you've been working on. Nothing seems to happen, but they are going to continue and move up to be kind of a little bit closer to you. Not quite at your side and in melee, but enough that it wouldn't take long for them to get. Speaking of May, it's your turn.
May's popping off. How far am I from finishing unmanacling?
Your mage hand is just finishing the feat, so like it's going to be done at the end of this turn.
Okay, the mage hand like kind of taps the back of him to kind of get him to help.
Yeah, shoot out his feet.
And the mage hand is gonna start going over this way. But in the meantime, unloading. So this Echo is going to go ahead.
It is an action to move your mage hand.
Okay, so it's not moving yet.
Okay.
Echo moves up a little bit. We're gonna do 3 attacks. We're unleashing unrelenting fury or whatever from the Echo. So this is 3 attacks, 2 from May, 1 from the Echo.
Okay.
She will get sneak attack once. That's a dirty 20.
And
2 dirty
which one are you
20s.
attacking?
Number 1.
Number 1. Okay.
Yeah. 2 dirty 20s and a 24.
All 3 hit.
Okay. This is without the sneak attack. 11 plus 4 is 15. Now I'm going to add the sneak attack in. This is all psychic. $25 plus 6 is 31. 33 damage total.
Okay. As you shoot out these daggers, May, you are in tune to them in a way that most people are not in tune to their weapon, especially as most of these come from core of your mind. You've worked very hard to build up the abilities of these daggers, and you feel them not hit as hard as you feel they should. It doesn't quite feel the same when you see them go into the mind. Normally your victims kind of curl their head and twitch a little bit, but these folk stand strong. They kind of just smile at you and nod a little bit as you feed your blade into their skull.
Right. Next up is I'm going to use one of my mind tricks. He needs to make an intelligence saving throw. -7.
$14. And that's minus already.
So his intelligence is 9.
Okay.
Action surge.
Doing it again.
No, I'm coming for the one that's trying to chain hitting Callus, I guess. I'm coming up over here.
Okay.
And I don't get my sneak attack again, but we're going to do the same thing again. 3 attacks.
3 attacks. Got it.
Oh, neither of them hit. Another one. That's a 26.
That one hits.
For 10 points of psychic damage. And May says, in common, because that's all she has, "You fucked up. Leave."
Right.
And it's just trying to interpose herself between this person and Callus.
Okay. Number 6 is now freed. Kind of May, out of the corner of your eye, you see the manacles drop to the floor. And they dash. 5. They run past. Number 3 is going to use their reaction.
Do they take the hood off?
No, they're just running. You can kind of see them like reaching and grabbing for it, but they're not. They're stressed. They're not like doing very good. It's
Okay.
just a sloppy grab. You see their body just tense up like Dio's did. Hand grabbing at the hood, another hand at the side, their feet kind of in that running motion, and they just freeze. Body not moving as number 3 has his hand out, dripping blood from his own palm, pointing 2 fingers towards number 6, and still keeping their eyes on Callus. As number 6 is running away. Number 2, just not doing much. Dio, you are still frozen, but you can hear everything that's going on. You are watching and you are conscious. You can see your friends being attacked, decimated, in their own right. See these individuals kind of trying to escape, but not doing very good. Balthazar, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Yeah, shaking off the blow and looking at this dude and sort of like muttering under his breath while he's still doing his little dance, like, "Oh my god, seriously?" I might hold off on using that. Yeah, he's gonna start just seeing that everyone else is sort of in a bit of a pickle, like, okay, this is time to do something good. With the red runes lighting up again, this huge form comes out of his fist as he casts. What the fuck is it called? Bigby's hand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Balthazar's boisterous hand and smack the shit out of this dude that just
All right.
shanked me.
Go ahead and put it on, and then make your.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it as as a grasping hand.
Okay.
1 sec. So where's my little token? Hell yeah. I'm gonna move up to here.
Okay.
And then just sort of cackle as this giant flaming red hand grabs this dude. I think he needs to make an. So it's a grapple. I get to use the hand strength score, and if he's medium or smaller, I have advantage on the check.
He is medium.
Okay, so the hand strength score, I believe, is +8. Okay. So roll advantage. That's pretty. Yeah, that's a 26.
Balthazar, you watch as this red hand you just conjured reaches out and wraps around the body, kind of enveloping him entirely. You see the flames grow and form a cocoon around him, and he just steps out to the side. He takes a swift step to the left and chuckles at you. And in your head, you understand. Weak trick.
What?
How dare he say that to the boisterous hand?
Anything else you would like to do, Balthazar?
Kill myself.
fireball centered on yourself, all right.
Oh, that'll be a slow death. So I don't get
Anything
to.
else you'd like to do?
I don't get to try and squish him.
He does not seem like he can be held in place.
Uh,
You can still hit him, right?
no, because that was the. I had to pick try
Oh.
and hit him or try and squeeze him. I was like, well, let's try and keep
Okay.
this dude. Yeah, that's all I got.
Oh.
Anything else you'd like to do, Balthazar?
I'm gravy.
Sorry, did you say maybe?
I said I'm gravy. I'm good.
Okay. What? Okay. This guy here, May, he's got his blade out and he's gonna sheath it. His blade, and he's going to look at you. Reaches up and kind of puts his hand under the base of his mask before pulling it up. And you see his form turn feminine as this light pinkish skinned female stands before you. These big dough-shaped eyes, bright red in color, long hair that kind of looks like it turns to flame at the end. Bright red garb, a silver gem embedded in the base of her forehead with heavy black makeup around her. And in common, she speaks to you. I don't have time for this. Can you please just submit? And she's going to cast suggestion again. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
16.
She sends off the spell and you see the arcane energy leave her fingers, but you just block out her words one last time.
No.
And she just screams to everybody else. In words only Dio can understand. And she begins running that way if you would like to make an opportunity attack.
Oh, yeah, I would.
Do it.
21.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
I don't have any allies. Can I say it? Oh, it wouldn't have come from. Yeah, anyway. 5 points of psychic. Take that.
As they begin running up, that brings us to Callus's turn. Callus, your shoulder in severe pain still. You take 3 points of necrotic damage, but it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Just like real life. Sore shoulder. All right. I can't take any aggressive actions against them. And I'm assuming I can't make saves against this because it's already happened.
Not at the moment. You are just borderline falling in love, number 13. The more you look at them, the more beautiful this masked individual becomes. The more mysterious they are, the more encaptured you are by their appearance. You are essentially enthralled with them. You are.
Cool. Cool. Well, I can't take an aggressive action, but I turn to Dio and lay a hand on Dio's shoulder and cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay. As you do this, your hand grabs onto Dio, and Dio, you feel his hand touch you as this surge of warmth leaves Callus's fingertips and slowly begins to work its way through your body. And eventually, as you start to be able to wiggle your fingers, you wiggle your toes. Is there anything else from Callus?
That that is all.
That brings us to number 4. They are just hanging out. They are struggling.
Use Bigby's hand and go and punch him in the stomach.
Yeah, I'm gonna start.
No.
I'm gonna start punching the prisoners. Maybe they won't move.
Punch him out. Number 13 is going to take a step backwards. Callus, if you would like to make an opportunity attack.
I can't take aggressive actions against them, so.
All right, good. Just what I thought. They are going to point a finger in the direction of number 6 and turn their hand palm up as you start to see a spectral crossbow form in their hand. And they are just going to do 2 shots at number 6. And as they do, they are going to turn into a spectral group of light just as number 6 gets these bolts sunk into their stomach. You hear the grunt as one sinks right into the pit of their gut, blood kind of starting to form and pool around the wood stake. They are going to appear behind Maylin and pat number 3 on the shoulder, just like a good camaraderie pat. That brings us to number 7. They are just going to dash.
Can I give my hand my reaction
2
to give him
attacks
a
of opportunity.
backhand?
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Hell yeah. Okay, dirty 20 to hit.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
What is the damage on a forceful hand? 48.
Ooh, nice.
It's not bad.
Not great.
I rolled 2
18,
5s on my attacks of opportunity, so
18
sorry.
points of bludgeoning
You
damage.
tried your very best. 18 points. Okay. That is a pretty heavy. Anything else? That's your opportunity attack. Anything else comes from you. Number 1 is going to run and get in between the Echo and May. Kind of get right up behind number 13 before they start raising their hand into the sky. And you see dark red colors begin to
Can it
form.
cast?
Number 1.
Its intelligence is 9.
Ooh.
They will just stand there then. They put their hand in the sky and nothing happens. They just look very confused at themselves.
Excellent.
May, it's your turn.
So what do I do? They're trying to run. Do I kill them?
I don't want to harm these people.
But what do I do?
I don't want to harm these people.
Sending the mage hand over to the other things and backing away. They'll get an opportunity on the thingamabobber.
Echo.
That's the thing.
You muted, Ty.
They do not take one.
Okay. Going for Callus and Dio, trying to help them both if she can. And the mage hand is going for number 2.
Okay. Send the mage hand over to number 2.
Yeah.
Excellent. Number 6 drops to their knees and is holding a hand on their gut, kind of putting a little bit of pressure on their stomach. Number 2 is doing their best to help you break them free. Dio, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Muted.
You're muted.
Are these guys running away?
They appear to be.
Okay. Well, Dio doesn't want to I don't want to bring them back because we got our shit rocked a little bit, or at least I did. but also
I'm
wants
so
them
sorry.
to.
Time out. Does Dio still have his hands bound?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm manacled.
Oh, then she's going for Dio's manacles. I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
Go ahead and make a few.
23.
Yeah, you start getting Dio unlocked, no problem. Dio, as you feel the feeling come back to your body, your fingers, your toes, your hands are set free as the manacles drop to the ground.
As they're running away, Dio will just cast Enemies Abound on
Pick number 1.
yeah, number 1.
Just fuck up number 1's day. Go. His intelligence is 9 if it's a saving throw.
Yeah, so it is a saving throw, and it's an intelligence save.
Yep.
Bully him.
So
Yeah, it fails.
okay, so for like the next minute, it thinks all its buddies are its enemies,
Excellent.
and it will use its turn to attack the nearest creature.
Got it. Okay.
First.
So Dio will just be like,
kill him.
and fuck you.
Right. Anything?
Fuck you is the magic word, and that's it. No. Dio just wants them to have to deal with that as he gets himself sorted. He'll use his movement to get up
Okay.
and dust himself off.
Balthazar, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Shouting after number
They're all
7.
bunched up.
Yeah, that's right. You better run, from the south side Rotundian Devil. My giant hand is going to move it 60 feet, or well, 40 in this case, flying absolutely to the back of number 7's skull and giving it a donkey punch as they leave.
Roll an attack.
22.
Yeah, how
That
dare you
hits. Roll
bastards
damage.
let us live? This is what you get. We're gonna fucking just king hit you from behind.
I mean, Callus is like, yeah, we're going
Dio-
to negotiate with them, and we were like, yeah, no, this is fine. And then they just start eating Dio and poisoning people. Like, this is not what we signed up.
Yeah.
Oh,
So they
that's...
ate Alice.
18
They
bludgeoning
handcuffed Dio.
damage again.
Yeah, he's
Lovely.
looking pretty rough as you lay into the back of his head.
I'm just going to
I like
move
the
over
idea.
here. Just be
Like the idea
this.
this flying fist just comes out of nowhere, clocks this guy in the back of the head, and he just fucking flops onto the ground.
Brat.
It would be really great if number 1 just turned around and started beating the shit out of 7 now.
That might be my bonus action. Like, as a bonus action, you can... Okay. Yeah, so for my actual... I'm gonna hit him with the sizzle and then hit him with the cool, as I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost also onto number 7 because fuck this guy in particular.
Do it. What do you need from me?
That's a natural 20 to hit.
That fucking hits.
Freeze this guy's legs off.
That is 17 points of cold damage.
All right. As you punch him in the back of the head, you simultaneously like conjure almost like a soft ball of cold energy as you let a lash out towards his feet, and it begins wrapping up his legs, meeting the heat from your fist as he starts to collapse over onto his knees, choking and coughing. He is down for the count. Not looking alive at all.
Balthazar Petty.
Balthazar is Betty. Anything else from Balthazar?
Nah, that's it.
Number 3, seeing that the teleportation number 1 was supposed to do is failing. They're gonna reach into their pocket and I would say May's the only one who can really pick up what's being pulled out. a small black pearl gets chucked into their mouth as they begin chewing on it, blood pouring as they spit this ball of saliva, pearl, and blood into their hand and throw it in the direction of yourself, Malin, as this red swirling storm begins to form, censored on you.
Counterspell.
At what level, Balthazar?
4th.
Can you please roll me a d?
Damn it!
Add your spellcast.
Oh, this is easy. Easy.
My spell mod is +5. Let's just roll a d2. Oh, do you want me to do it on D&D Beyond, actually, for a counterspell?
Yeah, fuck it up.
Holy
yeah.
shit! That thing be
Oh,
huge.
no.
Okay. +5.
You only need a 12.
Ah! It's a 10. I failed every single counterspell on D&D Beyond. It hates me for some reason.
Stop doing it.
Yeah, it builds suspense. Oh god, that's a level 4th level spell gun. See you.
All right. Can I have a Constitution saving throw from everybody in the red circle, please?
Everyone. Okay.
Is this a spell?
Callus, yes, my friend, it is a spell.
Let's fucking go!
17 for Balthazar.
Wow.
Nat 20 for a 23.
Okay.
Man, I suck
Fuck
ass at
these
that.
people.
Alright, so that is a... Is the dot on the dice at the top or the bottom of the number?
The
Bottom.
The bottom.
Bottom? Okay. Yes! Cool. So that is a 18.
Okay.
It was either a 6 or a 9.
Kind of a
Nice.
big difference. Dio?
That's a 8 total for Dio.
Okay.
But
Oh.
Dio's just gonna pass instead.
Okay.
Because he's just gonna play his favorite little ditty on Symphony.
That's very, very
What's
strong.
his favorite city?
The left one.
Yeah, the last one.
No, the left one.
No, it's a non-copywritten version of Worlds Apart by Journey.
Nice.
But non-copywritten, so it's just slightly different, just a little.
Yeah.
One
it just
note is
sounds
off.
slightly off. Yeah.
The intro, the
English
guitar
version.
riff's a little different. He gets carried away.
Obviously. Solo. All right. Dio and Balthazar. Each of you take 39 points of necrotic damage.
39 points, and that's a pass?
Oh, right. You passed. Duh. Balthazar, you take 39 points of necrotic damage. Malin.
I was gonna say, if I failed, I'd be dead.
Malin,
19.
Callus, and Dio, you 3. As he throws out this deep red vortex that continues to linger over you. The pain eventually subsides, but this dark red swirl kind of emanating the one you guys were walking towards, that red vortex of death, as you have lovingly dubbed it, begins to hang over you guys, and he is going to take his movement, run away.
How much damage was it?
For you, 19.
19, cool.
Got my ass hit. I did, however, manage to pass my concentration check because advantage +9 is very tasty.
Number 4 is not moving at all.
Yeah.
There. Number 13 is going to run out of sight. And in common this time, they say very loudly, "Till we meet again."
Can my mage hand, can my big hand try and smack the shit out of it again?
You already used your reaction.
Oh yeah, I've got because then
So no.
But you know who
These are
didn't
big
use?
turns.
You know who didn't use their reaction, Taylor?
Yeah.
Number 1, who when this guy leaves his
Yeah!
range, is going to attack him.
You're right. We will let him attack with his scythe.
He thinks nothing's going wrong until one of his buddies just punches him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
First, he gets king hit by the.
And I'm
the
not going to
fist,
be
and
this
then
guy,
just-
but should he get surprise or advantage because this guy's not expecting his buddy to deck him?
Right, you're right. Okay. Slimy little guy over here.
Yeah.
19 plus 7 for 26. Yeah, that hit. 13 just gets knocked in the back of the head at the brunt side of this blade, and he just stops at his head. Like when you piss off your mom and she stops and turns her head at you to see exactly what you're doing, it's that dirty, like pain-stinking look. And he's not mad, he's just disappointed.
Ooh.
Oh
Hit
no,
in the
it's the
back of the
worst.
head.
Psychic damage.
Literally. But he is going to continue to run away as he spits at the feet of number 1, not aiding him at all in his escape. Number 1 is just gonna walk forward, and in common he's gonna go, "How's everybody's day?"
So they
He's
could
not-
speak
he's not
common the
charmed.
whole time, those bastards.
I should clarify, he's not like charmed to be our
I
friend.
know.
He just thinks his
I
friends
know.
are his enemies.
I know.
Okay, just
He's got an
I've got this fella
intelligence
in
of
front of
9.
me.
Yeah. That ends at the end of this turn, by the way.
Okay.
hey buddy. Dio will just walk forward a little. Is it out of initiative? What's going on?
It's up to you guys. It would
I don't
be May's
feel
turn.
right
I
hurting
want to
someone.
put this guy in the manacles.
Yeah,
light a
I'm
fire
just gonna-
beneath him.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, hey buddy, why don't you come over here and sit down? And then
Okay.
After the
he's
vortex
gonna
of doom,
wander.
are all the prisoners just fucking dead?
The manacles are over here. You've got manacles.
They all
Dio.
passed their con saves.
Yeah, they're all.
yeah, I'll on my turn, or if we're dropping initiative, whatever happens first, I'll just gently and nicely put him in some manacles. I'll take some spare cloth out of my pocket though, and I'll wrap his wrists first, and then I'll put the manacles on. Still tight,
Okay.
so like he can't slip out, but just a little bit of padding because Dio doesn't like the idea of torture. So this is like enough already.
Okay. May, you are technically the last one in initiative. Is there anything you'd like to do before we drop it?
And all of the prisoners are dead.
You're not sure. You'd have to go look a little bit closer.
I'm going to number 2 because that's who I was unmanacling. Well, yeah, my next turn would have been to go start unmanacling number 2. So I'm just going to go over to number 2 and leave. No, you know what? I'm going to send the Echo over. May's going to stay near Dio and number 1. The Echo is going to go check out number 2.
Go ahead and make me either medicine or arcana.
Okay. Medicine. 21.
After a little bit of examination, May, you notice his veins almost look bruised. There's a few that are popped blood vessels, and they're kind of spidering out in various parts of his body, particularly where joints meet is the most apparent damage. However, your Echo, looking through your Echo, he's still breathing. Shallowly, but he is breathing.
We can wake this one up. She takes the hood off.
Okay. Taking the hood off number 2. We will slide back to RP camps for now. May, as you pull off the hood, you see a orcish woman, deep forest green skin, a piercing over her eyebrow, split left brow. Looks more like a scar than fashion. Short buzz cut sides with a few braids forming off the back of her hair, held in place by gold clips. In simple red leathers, with some like tan adornments around her. She looks to be in some form of ceremonial armor. and she's not lucid enough to make conversation at this point, but she is
Okay.
slowly being.
She'd have to
manacled
blink
the
into
hood.
that form to be able to take the hood off, but she'd blink back. We're out of bullet cam, right? So I can just act with the echo as if.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can Callus tell if he's still charmed, or like, does he feel different, or?
You don't feel the overwhelming desire to go after them anymore. You're not drawn in that direction.
Okay. Looking down at his shoulder and seeing the spreading necrosis, feeling it, Callus will quickly just run his hand over it and cast Lesser Restoration with a quiet prayer to the one who endures.
Go ahead and roll me a D100, Callus.
Uh, 62.
Okay. As you run your hand over and you kind of release that spell, praying under your breath to the one who endures, you see the spidery veins begin to like absorb into where the bite mark is. A little bit of the black fading to a gray. It doesn't look entirely gone, but it looks like it has been aided or at least subsided. What's everybody doing?
Balthazar's on his knees, vomiting blood with an entirely bloodshot face after being absolutely fucking bodied by the vortex of doom.
Callus once again offers a prayer to the one who endures, and is going to channel divinity, balm of peace. So Callus just sort of wraps the cord around his hands, closes his hands, and walks forward. And as he walks past each of you three, a almost spectral hand with a red cord around it appears from his body and lays its hand upon you. Each of you receive 2d6 plus 3 hit points.
Can you do that to the orc too?
Do I have enough? Yeah, I can make a detour. Yeah. So everyone receives 11 hit points as Callus walks past everyone, ending at Balthazar. Sort of offering a hand to help Balthazar up at the end of it.
Thank you, strange ghost hand coming out of Callus's tummy. I like it. Okay. That didn't go well at all. Ow.
I feel like I owe an apology.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. It was foolish to try and broker peace, try and engage in diplomacy in a world that is very clearly not our friend. And I apologize to you all.
Callus, man, you never have to apologize for attempting peace. That's more than anyone could ask you to do, and you did it, and you tried, and trying is more than most people do.
For someone torturing prisoners, I think you
did the right thing.
Yeah.
You attempted to save a couple more lives, not only the prisoners, but the folk that guys like maybe me and Balthazar would have just blown up.
some people deserve to be blown up.
We need that kind of balance.
Case in point, and points over to number 7, who is some weird amalgamation of burning to death and frozen to death at the same time.
Also,
May is going over to number 1.
Also,
Okay.
Callus, I ought to actually say thank you. I was unable to move and such, but when that guy was coming to sink his teeth into me, I was just a little concerned I'd face a fate similar to Lucian, and I don't want to be a vampire. I know he's
Were
a
they
lich.
vampires?
No, but they were bitey. Maybe they were vampires. I know May told me he's a lich, not a vampire, but still, the whole eternal undead thing is. I don't want that. I
Are
don't know
you
what that.
insinuating that they're all the same?
Oof.
No, I'm just saying it would do bad for my complexion.
Looks
You'd
at
be
his already
paler,
Looks at
pale
his
skin.
scales.
I got pink undertones for a reason.
I think that, the peace part was fine, and then suddenly while we were being peaceful, they just decided to go for it. So maybe they didn't
Oh, we're
like
being
us.
peaceful, fireball.
Did we all saw that lady like she was a dude and then she lifted her mask and she wasn't a dude, right?
Was she always a dude?
Taylor,
Aren't we all dudes in the eyes of the Lord?
touche. Which lord?
The Big Lebowski, obviously.
Taylor, am I correct on that? I did see that, right? It was a
You did,
masculine
yes.
presenting individual lifted the mask and it was feminine with like the gem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps
Yeah.
some sort of mask that changes their form.
Yeah. I just and she spoke like common, like pretty damn good, so like I worry that I don't know, she might be important. Like she might be a recurring issue for us.
Some sort of mini boss, as it were.
Yeah,
The mage hand is continuing to go around and unmanacle
recurring
people.
character in our life story.
Like,
As you get to, you get through the orcish individual, no problem, May, and you make your way over towards number 4. You do it pretty quickly, and you guys just hear the thump of something heavy hit the ground.
That one's dead. Mage hand comes back. We're gonna hang out with number 1.
when we were trying
and
to
while
do
they're all talking, she's going to start interrogating this guy.
What were you saying, Chris?
just like we were trying to be peaceful. Okay, yes, I fired the fireball first, but I didn't know what was happening. And then they were like, "Be still, be safe." Like, okay, that's fine. But then they could speak common the entire time. Like, wow, what do you reckon?
Yeah, it caught me off guard, when they was all like, submit. Like, who the fuck says that? That's some weird shit.
So all I'm saying is sometimes when you fireball first and submit later, I don't know. Anyway,
You did the right thing, Beth. So.
oh, well, that's what I do best. I'm gonna go check out the one that I got because he stabbed me right in the stomach and it really hurt. So I'm gonna go see what's going on with this thing.
I'm
go inspect number 7.
gonna check on our friend that May Lynn freed, and while she seems to be handling our new buddy, and I'll walk towards the orc.
Right. Starting with Maylin. What do? Get towards number 1. They're slowly.
Do they have a mask?
This one does not have a mask. It's more like dried pigment scraped across their face, kind of where their eyes rest. Not a wood mask like most of the other.
Hi. You have a chance to get out of this alive. All I need is some information.
And they just look up at you and glare, eyes shot right through your body. No expression on their lips, but they're listening.
What's your name?
Make a persuasion or intimidation.
Persuasion. She's trying to be sweet.
If she smiles, that helps. That's what Dio thinks.
She doesn't smile.
No, I learned that.
27?
They look up at you and they
Did that give
state
you
their
enough
name as-
time to come up with a name?
No, I was opening my notes. I've got a bunch of screens going. They look up at you and they say their name is Ezekiel.
Ezekiel with a D?
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel. I'm writing that down, sorry.
No, it's okay.
What was the crime of these prisoners?
They serve Blood Reigna.
That's all.
Crime enough.
Who do you serve?
No one.
Respect. You seem to be following orders.
You see their head kind of look away and look down at the ground, eyes now avoiding you entirely.
Against your will? Or willingly?
Nothing.
Who is the pink woman with the gem?
Go ahead and make another intimidation or persuasion.
Oof, 15. Not great.
They look up at you and look around. Does not concern you.
Actually, it does. Because she tried to hurt my friends.
We all serve a purpose. Just go on and leave ours be.
My purpose is information finding. If this information well has run dry, you know the consequences.
I do not submit.
To what?
And
Conversation. To
he
me.
puts his head down.
They really seem to like
What's so
about the
bad about-
submitting thing.
What's so bad about this Blood Reigna? We are new here. We know nothing.
They don't respond.
Have we still got Mind Link going?
Yep.
In the mind here, May, ask where he got the Vortex of Doom power because I want one. Or 3.
That's not his. That was the pink one.
Yeah, maybe they know where he got it though.
He's not talking. Dio,
Yeah,
can I borrow you?
sure. I just look to the half-orc lady that I just, literally just
Oh,
walked
I'm
over
sorry.
to. No, and I go, hey, would you mind hanging around for just 1 second?
Gonna say
Hanging
this,
around, it's up in manacles.
She's down. She's down.
gonna say this out loud because I want this to be conveyed to them. Like, you know, if you're struggling with the prisoner, I can speak with the dead, so that may make things easier.
Jesus.
Good to know. Thank you.
And if the half-orc lady is so kind to stick around, I will walk over to May.
She doesn't move. Stays
Okay.
put at the time.
I smile at her.
Bloody teeth.
I haven't taken that much damage. I don't got bloody teeth. And I walk over and I look to May. I'm like, yeah, what's up? Oh, hey, little guy.
Out,
And I
out loud.
pat the prisoner on the head.
Anything you can do to make him more talkative?
Oh, I'm sure I can. I'll think of something. And as I check out my spell list, I will probably just cast Suggestion. That seems like a good one. Yeah, so I'll cast Suggestion on him. It's a Wisdom saving throw.
I'm gonna sidle up as well, so I'm like the other side of May. So it looks like Dio's the angel and Balthazar's the devil on his shoulder. Just like as he's saying, I can speak to the dead ones if they don't comply.
Um,
17.
That's a fail. Okay, so Dio will just walk over, and rub his hand across their cheek kind of lovingly and tilt their head up towards him, and as they kind of lock eyes with yeah, 100% just like that. And as they kind of are forced into locking eyes with Dio, because he just kind of like grabs their chin and forces eye contact, his eyes glow like a vibrant purple, and then he just says, "Why don't you answer all these questions honestly?"
He turns his head to the side and kind of rubs it along his shoulder before looking up, scowling at May again.
Again, who is the pink woman with the gem?
Her name is Madeir.
Who do you serve?
No one.
Who do you take orders from?
Here.
Why?
It's a bond of the coven.
What coven?
He looks away and puts his head around. The coven of Elpha's Grace.
I'm gonna need you to type that.
Yeah, I will.
Did Rakesh talk about a coven?
I think so.
I don't know.
His was called the Wilted Rose, though.
Right.
But it could just be another vampire cult.
No, 100%. Yeah, 1000%. Could be the same vampire cult, but this could be in Shadow Realmian speak.
Why do you fight the Blood Reigna?
She should not have choice over who possesses the magic.
What magic? Clearly you have magic.
The coven specializes in hemocraft, but we've modified it to be our own. Do not confuse us with that blood-thirsting wench spits.
So you do exactly the same thing but differently and you think you're better. Is that what you're telling me?
She thinks Avner should not possess.
You're breaking up.
Yeah.
She thinks people should not possess this power.
Well, seeing as you used it to try and hurt my friends and husband, I'm inclined to agree.
Although, maybe, maybe let's not be so quick to judge. Like, how do you use the power? I saw that he pulled something out. How does that work? Because I'm pretty strong, and I tried to stop it, and it broke my arm and ate my spleen. So yeah, how?
A lot of concentration, a lot of work, dedication to the craft, years of practice, unlike what she's allowing people to do. She's telling them they're not worthy, they can't practice. I could teach you.
Hearing years of craft goes, oh, then said, but then Blood Reigna. Okay. I think I found the shortcut through your school of learning, which is how I got my diploma. So, okay.
Let me
Well,
free and I'll tell you my
He didn't go to
ways.
wizard school. He just got his online GED.
used a.
We'll decide whether or not we set you free depending on how you answer these questions. How many of you are there?
Hundreds. We are indomitable. You will not succeed.
You just got dominated. You're the literally opposite of that.
We are dominable.
We're not
We are the
even.
dominable.
We're not even here to like dominate people. We're here to go do
No,
something
but like,
else.
I'm just saying, I literally
Then
just
why
dominated
middle
them
in the
with
affairs
magic.
of locals?
We were sleeping over there, and you start burning people alive. I mean, Jesus Christ! If you're gonna torture
The
prisoners,
affairs of the private become the public when they infringe on people's health, you numbskull. And then I just bash their head into the rock behind them a little bit.
deal.
Do you know how I can find the river Styx?
No.
I'm done with you then. Balthazar?
I mean,
Guys, one sec.
One second, let me get away from this. I don't want to be near this
Can
one.
we?
And then
I'm sorry. I'm getting a work call at 6:30 in the morning. Can we take a quick break
bonkers.
and hold on this?
we're gonna go to
Yeah.
break
We're gonna go to
Break!
break and promptly.
because work is calling. We'll be right back
Yep.
after these messages.
Remind me what we were doing. Sorry.
May was leaving number 1 in the hands of Balthazar to do whatever.
And Dio was gonna go talk to the half-orc lady again.
Yeah.
Give her kissy face and wow,
All
so
right,
nice.
we're back. Hi. Sorry about that very
Hi.
abrupt break. Yeah, we come back with Balthazar now being the babysitter of their captive, and Dio going over to talk to this orcish woman who they have just recently set free. The floor is yours.
Who?
Whoever wants it.
Okay, I'll go. Hey, hi, how's it going? Sorry about that. We just had a little bit of business to attend to real quick there. Do you mind if I ask your name?
My name?
Yeah, like an introduction. Like, hi, my name is D'Angelo Priest. What's yours?
I'm not sure if I know it.
Oh, that's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
No, you don't
Where
have
are
to be
we?
sorry for that. We're like, I'm actually not 100% sure.
Sorry, who are you?
My name is Dio. I'm a guy. I'm here doing things. We're here on like a personal, like a personal mission, but we came across this injustice of you all being tied up and such, and we thought we'd lend a hand. Are you okay?
Where is she?
Who?
Where's Blood Reigna? And they begin looking around.
Oh, she's not here.
Then where is she?
I
Must find
assume
her.
at
And
I
she
assume at
reaches
her
up for your
castle.
hand.
She reaches for my hand.
Yeah, to like pull herself up.
Okay, I help her up. Yeah. Listen, you need to take a breath.
They came so
Panicking
quickly.
Panicking is not going to help anyone, so take a deep breath. Okay, now let's start from the beginning. You were with Blood Reigna, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I am one of her handmaidens. I
Oh,
help with her daily to-dos.
okay. And you were with her when you were captured?
I think so. It's a little fuzzy.
May
Well,
is just going to go real quick, check the other bodies hearing this, just to see if any of them are women.
well, I will say, I can't guarantee anything about her safety, but from my knowledge, these people were still upset at her, which means she's still alive. It's hard to
As
be
Dio,
angry at dead people.
May, you check the bodies. The one with the crossbow bolt in it is barely hanging on. They are definitely bleeding out of the stomach.
Oh shit.
Um,
Callus?
uh
Just pulls arrow out, cure wounds.
what level are you casting Cure Wounds at?
I can only do level 1 right now. But I mean I can cast it fucking 2 more times, so 10 hit points.
Oh, cute. Perfect. Thank you.
Just
Where is everybody else?
and Callus is just gonna defer.
I'll stay with her. Can you go check on the other one?
Callus runs over to number 4.
No sign of life, Callus. Like
Yep.
dead on arrival for you.
Callus just takes the bag off of their head, tries to break the manacles, assuming it's still in them.
Yeah.
May released her. She fell down.
Okay.
Looking at this creature, very young presenting Baxi.
A
Very
Young-
kitten?
long,
Young as in child or young?
as in like barely an adult. like just becoming an adult.
Yep.
On her armor, something you would notice and probably consider significance after seeing similar gold bands on the other two. This girl has a single gold band wrapped around the wrist of her armor, whereas the orcish woman has 5 gold bands, and the one you just healed with May has 2.
As a soldier, can I understand that this is sort of establishing rank?
Yeah, that's exactly what you would assume, yeah.
Yeah.
What is number 6?
They look to be human. I understand you telling me to be calm, sir, but now is not the time. We were ambushed in the middle of the night. We need to assemble our forces.
Okay, so we're actually, correct me if I'm wrong, May. We were just heading to see Blood Reigna?
We were heading in that direction. We don't really know the way.
We were hoping to find her and talk to her. You said she was with you.
She was last night, yes.
Do you mind if I ask where you were heading?
We were at home in the castle. We were in her keep.
Where would she go if it were under attack? Would she stay there?
She's fight or be killed. She would stay until the end.
Okay.
You better
But
get there.
I was gonna say, like I said, they seemed to still be upset, which meant she's still alive, so.
I heard her screaming. I've never heard her.
Hey, it's gonna be okay. Can you tell me why these people don't like Blood Reigna?
She doesn't want others to do what those who came before her did.
The blood magic thing.
That's part of it, yes.
And what are your thoughts on that?
Whatever she says goes. We don't need any more people running around thinking they are God.
Is she?
A god? No. I guess you could say she's anti-divinity in that. She doesn't think anyone should have that much power, and she hates herself for what she...
I like her already.
Well, why don't you take us to the castle, and we'll do our best to help you from there.
It's several hours away.
That's fine.
We're going to get ambushed on the way.
Good chance they've taken the...
Taken the what?
Taken the keep as their own. With the supplies we have there, who knows what they're going to be capable of.
But if Blood Reigna is alive in there, then...
I don't know if she is.
Could you just a second? And then Dio, forgetting Mind Link's a thing, turns around and then stares at May while using Mind Link. Are we intending to get involved in a civil war? I realize I'm just talking and trying to reassure her, but I don't want to commit to things for anyone. Don't we have to find the River Styx? Is that our priority, or is it...
We do, and we were told that this woman knows where to find it, or how.
Okay.
So I don't really care for the politics. If we can get this woman out of the castle, then done?
If these people were turns back to the orc lady, if these people were to capture Blood Reigna, what would they do? Do they want her captured or do they want her dead?
It depends what the coven plans. If they're planning an ascension, then they'll use her blood for the rite.
An ascension to
dead.
what?
What would they
God.
ascend to? Yes.
Godhood.
Of what?
Anything. It's hard to say. The last who did it now reigns over as the matron of death. So
Where
yeah,
would
so
this
straight up,
ascension have to happen?
yeah, like straight up God ascension. Oh.
No.
it's hard to say. They might do it in a place they care for. They might do it at the matron's home.
Where's that?
The orc looks and lately points north. That way.
What is it called?
I've never been. I couldn't. It's
Can you point to
mostly
it on a map?
unmarked in record. I could try. And she raises her hand. Do you have a map?
Althazar, do we still have the map?
Callus has the map because I'm not trusted with things.
Oh gosh. Okay. We're still there.
I'm still salty, yes.
Okay. Someone have a bottle for Balthazar?
Do I have a bottle? Let me see.
I'm going to pee on you while you
Callus.
sleep.
Thanks. I mean, what?
May flicks a platinum at Balthazar and says, "That fire hand was very good. Thank you."
See, this is what I'm talking about. Recognition. Thank you. I am kind of tapped, though, so if we're going to be making moves, we really need to think about what is priority here.
I agree.
Because if we're just going to rush to a castle which is held by other people...
I don't think we're trying to go to the castle anymore. I think maybe this place of ascension might be a good place to peek in, because if
they were also talking about, didn't they say a cave? I couldn't. Their common was so broken.
They did. They said something about a cave. Is this place a cave?
She points to the mountains, just
seems like
above the Raw of Dumla, the red vortex.
The vortex of murder, death, and despair.
There.
Tay, for my sanity, can you put Roll20 back on the map?
Okay. And how far of a journey does that look to be on the map?
Go ahead and make a survival check.
Oh, yes. I'm great at those.
So good.
May will help.
I'm actually not bad at that. Wow. But I'll take the help.
So go ahead and do it with advantage.
That's a 15.
You figure from where you guys are, maybe 8 hours.
Okay.
Do you know of somewhere safe we can go? Closer.
Not really. Not anymore. I'd say the keep, but it's obviously been compromised.
Well, maybe not. Maybe they're all dead.
No response. Just looks away, right at the ground.
Can we see the seeping necrotic wound on Callus?
Yeah, probably if you looked hard enough.
Well, I'd probably say that if it was if it was just a bite, it probably would have just gone
Yeah.
straight through the bandages, and the bandages are covering it. There's just a couple like puncture holes
Good
and maybe
point.
a bit of blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, based on these skeletons and manacles all around this place, it seems like this isn't the first time that they've come to hang people up here.
No, because it's on the path to her resting,
To whose resting place?
the matrons.
Okay, just double checking we're on the same page. Okay.
They
Maybe we should go there.
I think that's a
seem
great idea.
offering her souls, going to get them passage.
Passage to like the afterlife?
Into her keep, to her rest.
Ah. Okay. So Blood Reigna doesn't like gods. These people possibly want to become gods.
I think that's pretty cut and
And
dry to me.
yeah, it kind of just seems like we're just you guys seem to get into a lot of situations where you stop people from becoming gods.
That's kind of our MO now, I think.
Yeah, god stoppers. It's like gobstoppers.
If
but
we are
gods.
looking for Blood Reigna, there is an easier way to do this. If you can describe her to me a little bit, I can try and speak to her and we can see where she is. Rather than float around the place and try and figure it out.
If I'm not incorrect, knowing her name is enough.
I bought my degree from a little frogman, so I don't really know.
Oh, I'm just saying when you
canon now.
messaged the first time when you messaged my mom, I didn't give you much information.
I can tell you what she looks like if it.
Let's just see if that helps. Yeah.
She has soft tan skin,
I shapeshift
gray
into that.
eyes.
Shapeshift into
I'm
that.
gonna use the human canvas to be like, what, less tan, more tan? What
Yeah,
are we talking about here?
A slightly heart-shaped face with a button nose. Long, soft pink hair. Wears, well,
Where's what?
often red pants, not a dress. Says she
You're cutting in and out.
You keep cutting out.
I don't know if you're being too
can't
quiet for your
accomplish
mic.
anything in a dress. Also, just trying to be quiet because there's people sleeping.
True.
Don't worry about them. Fuck them.
She's about 5'9", but with the personality of someone much bigger. You kind of see the smile start to form on her face as she's looking.
I keep going, and I keep shapeshifting as her description, trying to match it.
Is she human?
No, not quite. It's complicated. Blood Reigna lives dozens of lives. Every time not looking quite the same.
Reincarnation.
This time she looks...
Okay.
How many times has she been reincarnated?
This is her 13th.
Dang.
And just for my
I think if
own
I died,
sanity, what's your name, handmaiden person?
doesn't know it.
That would have been
My
helpful for
memory's a little
descending.
foggy.
She doesn't know her name.
Insight check. Does she
Sorry.
know her own name?
Go ahead and make an insight check.
I'm terrible at insight. This is more for the memes. 16.
Not bad.
She seems pretty honest. And like looking at her, you can see there's like a large wound across her forehead.
Okay. Well, I could just say we saved your handmaiden.
I looked to her. Am I looking like Blood Reigna yet?
You look pretty close, yes.
Oh, Balthazar, here you go.
Mm.
I strike a pose.
Okay, no. She said you had the personality of someone bigger. Give it some flair.
Strike a bigger pose.
Okay, that's better. My own entertainment. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking of going with. Hi, Blood Reigna. We are friends.
How dare you speak to me?
We
That's
saved
a response.
your handmaiden. Or is handmaiden 2 words?
Hyphenated too.
Handmaiden. We are looking to help. Where are you? Is fort safe? And
What if she just says, "Kick stones, loser"?
what if she's dead? We'll find out, won't we?
Oh, I suppose.
Sit there in my little meditation, Doctor Strange style casting of sending, and start whispering that into the nothingness of the Shadowfell through my mind brain as I cast the sending.
Mind brain.
Mind brain.
Obviously.
Like Mind Freak, but different.
Like your dick brain.
Mind.
Or your heart brain.
A few minutes pass before you get an answer, Balthazar. It's almost like the spell was looking for the target.
Mm.
Held captive. Not alone. Keep compromised. Tell Esme to gather troops. That's all.
Doesn't say where she is.
No.
Dang,
Good chance she doesn't know where she is.
not good enough. Get better.
Okay, I have good news and bad news. She is alive, and I think your name is Esme. See if that rings any bells to her.
Yes, that fits. That feels right.
Okay, she wants you to gather troops because the fort is compromised, and she is being held captive, but she did not say where she is, so she may not know. Or she may just be at the fort.
Well, I will go. I will find everyone who's willing to march in her name. And we will make...
Where?
I will search the realm.
The realm?
Yep.
Yes.
That's what she said.
It's big. We don't have time to wait for a civil war.
No, we don't. We're not.
I'm not asking you to fight in her name.
No. Good.
Fight for what's right.
Everyone's
Join
had
us.
fight for the thing that we need.
Yeah,
What
no
is it you
disrespect.
seek here?
The river Styx. Nothing big or anything.
Just a whole different plane.
Help me save our queen, and I will ensure you pass.
How can you ensure us passage?
I will put my life on the line.
Yeah,
You
okay.
save Blood Reigna, and she will give you what she...
But what if
Right.
that seems like a big thing for a handmaiden to like guarantee to us.
Well, we don't know. Handmaiden could be an actual rank.
Look at how many bangles she has. She's probably like a really rich handmaiden or something. I don't have that much bling.
I don't know. It just feels kind of like if Balthazar looked to me and was like, "Hey, by the way, help me out and Lucian will give you a flying boat.
I'm going to rein it back in a little bit.
I mean, he probably
Blood
would.
rein it back in, if you will. So, do you have any outposts, barracks, military strongholds outside of the keep?
We have a few scattered watch posts, but nothing of substance.
Where's the closest one?
She looks at your map and unwraps the corner a little bit. She points to two. She points to one at the halfway.
Okay.
And then she points to one. She puts her finger just south of the obsidian sanctum.
They're so far apart.
Well, the halfway would be closest. Now, I'm not sure how quickly we could go if we're carrying everybody, but I can do one more fly so that we could try and at least get some distance. Maybe cut down the travel time. But I am struggling.
If we go north, that's where these people ran away in the direction of. We're chasing down the people that now know our faces and want to kill us.
Yes, that's if we go north.
So the other one. Yes.
Yeah, so the halfway is down south.
I'm not looking at a map.
Oh, yeah. Well, both of them are south of our position. Just one of them's across the void of death. The other one is going all the way back to the sanctum where we came from.
Okay, as long as we're not going north, then May is cool with whatever.
I think the halfway is probably the closer one. But we're going to have to skirt around the vortex of doom.
We just go over it, flying.
You know what? If I was at full hit points, I would definitely want to fly over the fucking thing. But I am not. How long have we been talking to these people and stuff, by the way?
Maybe about 25 minutes.
Like, you know, halfway into a short rest?
I'm going. I need to find out where they are before I send troops willy-nilly.
Going where?
I need to find out where they're hiding her.
I
can't just gather an army and send them after no one.
You can't go on your own. Let us get back to functional. You're not going to help anyone if you're dead.
Yeah.
Be smart about this.
Yeah, plus you have to be the one to gather the army. They're not going to listen to us, but I can speak to Blood Reigna whenever I want from my mind. Well, you know, a few times a day, so I can try and help pinpoint where she is. And then I can tell you through your mind.
I will rest. But in the morning I march, and I find where they hold her.
Great.
Sounds like a plan.
She stands up and kind of pulls herself, brushing off her clothes a little bit. What were you going to say?
This entire time, that entire conversation, Callus has not been part of. He has just been staying with this body. And he's essentially rolled them over so that they're laying on their back. He slings off his bag and pulls out a deck of playing cards. Shuffles through the deck until he finds the ace of spades. Lays it on her chest, or their chest, and puts both hands of the corpse over it. he sort of just stays with them in silence, sort of lost in his own head until he hears the sort of conversation wrapping up. And as the orcish lady stands up, Callus will call out, "Do you have burial rights?"
Yes.
Should we lay this
I
one
will
to
begin
rest?
them. And she walks over towards where Callus is. And you see the other human-looking individual, hand on the stomach, begins like pulling herself up using some of the tree roots for support, and begins shuffling her way over to where Esme and Callus and the small tabaxi sit. You watch as Esme and the human girl begin taking their hands and pulling up dirt with it, scooping it out, digging a shallow grave with their fingers.
I think Callus will help them and like sort of just follow their lead of scraping the dirt.
This goes on for the better part of an hour, until they've got just enough depth that the body could be level with the dirt.
I'm taking a short rest. I'm not
You
helping.
could take a rest.
May's helping.
Yeah, I'll help.
Once the dirt is dug, they put her in the hole, and each of them just cut a fingertip and draw a line straight over her eyelid and then along her eyelash to almost seal her eyes shut. Then they both trace out the outline of her lip before running their bleeding finger over the ear, and then pulling the dirt, starting at the ear, pushing dirt to it, and scooping up and packing dirt on the lips before packing dirt onto the eyes, and then not worrying about the rest of the body that stays exposed.
Once it's done, Dio will just... I know this is a tough time for you. Do you mind explaining that? I'm just a little curious.
We seal the eyes so they do not have to meet the eyes of those who judge them. We cover the lips so they cannot speak back to those who welcome them. And we muffle the ears so they do not hear those who tempt them, so they can rest quietly.
Very nice.
And after this is done, Callus stands up, throws away his sword and shield, goes to the nearest tree and just starts laying into it, just punching the shit out of it.
What are the rest of you doing?
Asking May if that's normal. Hey, May, is that normal?
Keeping
May
an
doesn't
eye
answer.
on.
May just goes and gets his stuff that he threw down.
Yeah, been keeping an eye on prisoner to make sure they're not being crafty.
I don't know that we need to keep him around, Balthazar.
Make a perception.
Oh God, perception.
He's got a 9 for intelligence. He's hiding behind a rock.
15.
My passive is 27. If he's doing something shifty.
What was it, Balthazar?
15.
You just see. Make an Arcana check.
Oh,
No,
there you go.
fuck.
Arcana. 27.
You slowly see he has been carving sigils and glyphs with his finger into the dirt around him.
Yeah, just get up and
slowly
just
been rotating.
start stomping out the sigils. It's like, oh yeah, okay, see, I know the things you do, because I like to draw the sigils too. And I'm just gonna push, like kick the back so that they're face down on the floor and just keep the boot pressed against the back so that they're not moving anywhere.
You will regret this.
Oh, I regret a lot of things, but this may not be one of them.
After Callus is done with his tantrum, he goes to May, doesn't say a word, but grabs the sword from her, and he brutalizes this prisoner.
Dio's gonna try to stop that. Dio's gonna like.
How are you
May is
gonna
going to try and stop him.
Dio's just gonna like stand in front of the prisoner.
I'm gonna jump out of the way of this sword that's coming in.
Okay. So, Callus make an attack with advantage because Balthazar's holding him down. Dio, make a acrobatics or just straight dex check to see if you can get in the way. May.
I'm
do
using
the
telekinesis.
same.
I'm pushing him out of the way.
Okay. So take a -2 to your total, Dio.
19.
Okay, so that's a 10.
10 total.
Yeah.
Malin, you kind of push Dio out of the way with your mind. Dio, you just feel like the slightest move. Callus, you lay in the sword a couple of times, and they are no longer moving.
In Dio's head, you're not going to want to stand in the way.
Dio's just kind of like, the kind of like shove thing. When it kind of hit, he just kind of fell over. Like it was one of those things where he wasn't like standing his ground. He just kind of sits there, kneeling, like 3 feet from the brutalization, blood splashing,
And
he's just quiet.
after it's done, Callus once again just throws his sword away and sits down and just looks at the body.
As soon as he stops hitting it, just start patting it down. See what's going on in there.
Okay. As you start patting down the body, Balthazar, you don't find much in the way of like coin or potion or anything. But what you do find is a small like metal, not quite a rod, but like fragment of metal that looks like it has like a push button.
Oh my god.
Another movable rod. I have some. Want to add to my collection?
Jesus.
Is it what I think it is?
I don't know. What do you think it is?
I think it's the movable rod.
You push the button and you explode.
I'm gonna push the button because I'm done.
It's a movable rod. It's just a rod that moves.
You press the button and it rearranges your organs.
Ah!
Hot.
Now show me with your
Depends on where you stick it.
how you're holding this piece of metal. Is it vertical? Is it horizontal?
Sideways.
It's a baton.
Sideways? As you click on the button, Balthazar, 2 blades become whirling out either side.
Ah!
As you hold a double-bladed scimitar in your hand.
This is not what I thought it was going to be. But okay. Well, this is cool. Yeah. I'm gonna press the button again. Does it like go away?
Yeah, in like black vortex, it winds right back up in. And
Huh.
as the blade collapses once more, the body begins to melt into ash, and fragments of it begin lifting away with a wind that is not present.
Whoa, creepy. Does that sound like something that just happens in the Shadowfell to dead bodies, or is this something unnatural?
You can make an Arcana check.
Hell yeah. Hup. What's that, 6 or a 9? Or else it's 6. 16.
Does not sound like anything that happens naturally in the Shadowfell. You can make a history check if you want.
Sure. Much better. 22.
You would know this is consistent with Revenant.
Revenants. What's a revenant?
They do not die until they kill their target. They are target cursed, so they will continue to attack a specific target.
Oh, so this person isn't dead.
No.
Oh no. Okay. Well, Callus, maybe it will make you feel better, maybe it won't, but that person was a revenant, so they are cursed to keep coming back and attacking a single target, so they will probably be back.
Nothing.
Just letting everybody know. I don't think I can use this, but I may hold on to it for a little bit. Boo boo boo.
At this time, what would everyone like to do?
Dio will stand up, prestidigitation all of the gross off of him, and just kind of meander. Do that thing where you're not really sure what you're doing, so his hands are on his hips and he's just kind of pacing.
Pacing back and forth, yeah. Are you guys looking to sit up here for a long rest?
Not here. How far away is the outpost?
8 hours, right?
Yeah. The halfway is 8 hours.
Ugh.
How far would that be double timing it flying?
Like 3-ish.
So I can do that for an hour twice, so we can cut out quite a bit of the journey.
Did anybody ask this orc what the swirling vortex of death is? Okay.
Oh, you missed it, but the prisoner that just died melted into nothing, and they are a revenant cursed to come back and kill a single target. So we'll see them again.
Okay.
Love me a revenant.
How does one become proficient with weapons in this game?
You hit people with them.
Just a lot of training and you're down.
Level up and take a feat.
That too.
2 levels away.
So, what would you guys like to do?
Well, Esme says that she's off going to go do her own thing, right?
One more time?
She's going to rest, but where is she resting?
Yeah. She's setting up right there.
They're going to come back here.
I'm too frail to move much farther. I'm going to rest where I can get it. If they come for me, then it is my...
Look, we're going to go to the outpost. We can carry you while we fly.
What, Taylor? Do I get a sense that when she says she's too frail to like move and shit, is she like injured or is she just exhausted?
She's borderline exhausted.
Okay. So health-wise, pretty good.
She's okay, yeah.
Okay.
If I go much farther, I will be of no use. As I suspect some of you will. And she begins to look some of you up and down. Didn't you say you were trying to rest after a day's travel when you got here?
Most of us got our rest in, didn't we?
No.
No.
No one got long.
No, it was
Second watch this happen.
Yeah, it's the butthole one that happens like right in the middle. So you're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
May's going to start looking around for somewhere that's a little bit less conspicuous. Maybe not where another band of people will come with chained up prisoners.
Go ahead and you can make a survival check or an investigation. Like,
Will survival do me better?
not sure.
All right. Investigation 22.
Okay. It takes you a little bit, May, because you're tired. A lot's happened. But you find like a little little cut in of one of these large cylindrical boulders that you think maybe 6 people could fit in uncomfortably.
I can still
It's not
do the
directly
dome.
in the path, but it's got a little bit of cover.
Yeah.
Maybe do the dome in that little alcove and texture your dome to look like rock.
Because I don't think that, forgive me if I'm mistaken, if we can like pick up where we left off in terms of the rest, so we only need like another 4 hours or something, so we got halfway.
So you guys did strenuous activity, so your rest reset.
Oh.
If you just like got up and did some like light movement, it'd be like, yeah, you can continue. But
yeah,
it was not very chill. It's not like you guys decided to like braid each other's hair. It was a lot more than that.
I mean, we can.
Still could, true.
May's very good at that.
Then yeah, I don't know about resting at this place. Another 8 hours, they'll definitely come back. I say we take at least one of the casts of fly and just bolt south as far as we can and then find somewhere.
I'm not against that.
I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's carrying whom?
What's my carrying capacity?
I imagine Esme will need to be carried. She's in no state to be carrying one of us.
I can lift 210 pounds. Or carry, even.
That's May.
Maybe Balthazar carries Meng, Callus carries Esme. Okay. But what happened to the other one with the crossbows? Is that one alive? We didn't talk to
Yeah,
that.
she's there.
Yep. Dio.
Okay. Dio, you're gonna have to
You
carry
gotta
it.
carry the human.
What's Dio's strength score?
I was gonna say I don't know if
Well,
me carrying a human is. I got a 10. I got a fat 0.
You can carry 100 pounds.
Does
What's
this?
this lady look like?
She's not large, but she's not also super tiny. You are unsure. She looks pretty average.
How much can you lift?
Who do you ask?
The lady.
Not a lot. I can carry maybe 3 chickens and their egg.
Jesus. I mean, a different fictional deity that's better suiting for the setting.
Millel.
Milil,
Ilmata.
fuck. Ilmata, fuck.
By Shah's holy tits.
Ilmata,
It's gonna be
what's
my
the
new
matter with you?
exclamation.
By Shar's
Um,
holy dead.
I was just gonna say I can shapeshift.
Oh,
a little.
carrying capacity is 15 times your strength score, so you can do 150 pounds.
Ooh, she looked to be 150 pounds or less.
You're not sure. You'll have to try.
I pick her up.
It's hard, but it's not impossible.
This fucking sucks.
Okay, before we go, Esme, what is the giant vortex of death that we need to avoid? Because we don't know what it is.
It's not good.
Yeah, we understand that it's not good, but like, how close can you get without dying?
I personally wouldn't throw a rock at it in fear of it exploding on me.
Okay.
It's uncontrollable. It's unpredictable. Some people can walk through just fine, others cannot.
So what we're going to do is we're going to fly and we're going to take a good berth around the vortex of doom, and then we're going to head south towards the halfway.
Great.
Okay, who hasn't flown before? Okay, don't flap your arms like chickens, it does nothing. Just, it's like in your brain, like where you want to go, just make it go. Okay. Alright, everybody's ready. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Cast fly at 5th level.
As you cast fly, just super inconvenient on our game. We're going to take another quick 5-minute break because they'll. We will be right back as this party flies across swirling vortex.
Hell yeah.
No worry. Super casual.
Chill. bop, bow. And we're back.
Hello again.
Hey.
We're back.
I don't want to be back.
Yo,
Okay,
it's your
guess who's
boy.
back?
Disconnect.
Beep-doop. Okay. So, May and Balthazar, between the two of you, you have found a small alcove where you figure you could prop up for the night. Between its slight cover and Balthazar providing some arcane support.
And we did fly, sorry.
Or you're going to fly, yes. Right?
Yeah,
You're going
we
to
did the fly.
We fly
Not
and find
sleeping.
an alcove.
hopefully find an alcove. Okay. So, you're flying for the full hour, correct?
Go as far as possible with what we have. We have left no tracks for them to find us.
And you want to curve around.
Yeah, we don't want to go through the Vortex of Doom.
Okay.
Why not? Want to go through the vortex of doom.
I want to go through it. Sounds like a bad idea, but I want to go through it.
Okay. So
Taylor, make us do a roll to see if we can avoid it, and then we'll all botch the roll so we can't blame our characters.
Oh, I rolled a 1. Oh, what a shame.
Ah, dang, that's a
Darn.
fail. Guess I'm going in. What happens?
You guys are going around the vortex.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
And you're spending an hour flying.
Mm-hmm.
So, for the first 15 minutes of travel, somebody roll me
Roll a what?
a D100.
I'll do it. No, I don't want to do it. Dibs out.
Yeah, right.
Alice.
Quick, botch the roll. This is it. We're going in.
19.
Red leader, this is me going in.
As you guys fly, you see the storm kind of expand and contract as if it was beating. Like it fills with something and then compresses, fills and compresses.
Gross.
But nothing happens. No flares to be concerned about. Someone go ahead and roll me another D100 as you guys continue flying.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Buckles.
We go again.
No, Buck's doing it. You are excused.
You're excused.
I'm doing it. D100. 23, baby.
Same thing, Dio. You and carrying this girl, you manage to pull up and dodge, and you avoid all of the little flares and outbursts that come from this storm. Everyone is safe. Nikki looks like she's ready.
17.
Same thing. You guys are flying, and you are avoiding all of the flares and the waves of burning red energy.
Don't you fuck this up. Don't you fuck this up.
God, Chris. Let's go in the fucking vortex, Chris.
Come on, vortex, Chris.
Come on, Chris.
Vortex me.
Marty! Oh no. 2.
Oh. Whoa.
I'll say it's first.
Single digit.
God damn.
Taylor, are we going in? Tell me
We're
we're
going in the
going in.
vortex.
I see the smile. Let's go in.
Balthazar is holding Esme.
No.
No,
Callus is, yeah.
May.
Balthazar's holding May.
I imagine she's like sat on my back like I'm a magic carpet.
I'm piggybacked, yeah.
Okay. As you guys are flying, the winds pick up very, very heavily. Balthazar, I need you to make a strength saving throw to continue to hold on to May. As your body begins to feel weaker, you feel as you're hit with this red lash of energy, almost like a whip coming out of this storm. You feel your bones starting to compress like a piece of paper being crumpled.
If it feels like it's going to be really bad, like he's struggling, I would like to instead cast Dimension Door and go like 500 feet away from the storm. See if I can just get out of the immediate range.
Which way are
Can
you
you
going?
take me?
Yes, Dimension Door.
Okay.
I can fucking leave you.
Which
Bye.
way are you going?
Well, where's it pulling me from? Like from the center?
Your body feels like it's crumbling. Like you're being compressed like a piece of paper. You're not being pulled yet. You're being compressed from the inside.
Like 500
inside your
feet
body.
away from the storm. Like even further
Okay.
out.
Your body still feels like it's crumbling as you look to your skin, and this red lash of energy is wrapping all over your body. From your fingertips, this red ribbon, kind of similar to when Callus prays, except for in a more infernal, nefarious way. This red cord begins to crawl up your arms, making its way to your head, and then begins to bind Maylin to you.
Can I do anything about this?
You are frozen to Balthazar now. This red cord has wrapped around you. You are a victim of circumstance.
Cool.
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 So the dimension door wasted?
What the fuck did you do, Balthazar?
Don't you start blaming me. You made
Do you
me
remember the
roll
last
this.
time I got lashed to you?
No.
You grabbed my ass and told me you were lockpicking.
That doesn't sound like me. Okay. No, this isn't good.
What?
I don't like when you say it.
So we just stuck together.
Yes, currently. Make a strength saving throw.
Oh, so this is where I have to do the saving throw. Okay.
Yeah.
Imagine me and you and me.
Strength save is not
Think
bad.
about day and night. It sounds right.
17?
Okay. You begin to push through this pain, Balthazar. Your bones cracking and breaking under you as now you slowly see this red cord extend back into the pit and pulls you towards it, holding Maylin in, sucking, pulling. The two of you begin to hear crackling energy, almost like electricity forming, and you see the storm begin to swirl like a tornado rising from the ground. Does anyone want to try to do anything in these brief moments? What do you want to try to do?
I'm going to pop out my echo.
Where are you placing your echo?
In the sky.
You watch it as it begins to fall. There's nothing for the echo to stand on or hold on. It just begins to fall towards the ground.
Lands on Callus. It's just fluff. Doesn't have any weight right now.
Callus is sandwiched between an echo and Esme. The storm still spinning as you are slowly pulled in. Whipped, necks sore. You kind of feel the whiplash happen. Can I have con saves from everybody?
Everyone.
Everyone. As the storm begins to blow and lash.
Is this a spell?
Unfortunately, not a spell.
Damn it.
Oh, Dio.
17?
Dirty 20.
23.
This is what we got for avoiding the storm? Jesus Christ. Anoana's rolling.
Dio,
20.
Dio got a 6.
Everyone who got 20 or below.
No.
You take 21 points of necrotic damage and 5 points of force damage as you feel your bones begin to snap and break under you.
How much, sorry?
21 and then 4.
26 total.
Do I take any damage if I passed?
You take half that.
So
13.
Half of 21 is 10. Half of 5 is 2.
All of you who failed, so got the 20 or less, visibly age 10 years.
Oh my god.
No, I don't.
Jesus.
We went around the storm!
Now she looks like Callus's age. Hey. Now it's not so much robbing the cradle anymore.
Before, as soon as the age thing takes hold, Taylor, Dio's form immediately compensates, and he just is back to Dio.
The power of changelings.
May, you start to feel a very sharp pain in your lower back.
Oh
Are you
my
fucking
God.
kidding me?
Oh my God.
That's fucked.
Okay.
Your body is trying to compensate for so many things right now. Can you make me a wisdom saving, please?
Oh no. I rolled a 3. 7.
You cannot push out of it. This pain hurts. However, Callus, you're seeing your friends breathe in pain. You see Maylin first. She is screaming, holding her back. Her chest is hurting. You hear her crying for help. Balthazar starts screaming about how his bones are being snapped. His skin is being peeled off. His ears are being stretched and something is being forced down his mouth. Dio starts beginning to scream about how his hair is being soldered off and lit on fire. His eyes are being scooped out and his fingers are being pressed and snapped backwards. You see Esme doing the same. You see the small girl held in Dio's arms doing the same. What would you like to do?
I don't know what I can do.
Give us that inspiring speech. That'll probably help
Oh yeah.
right now.
Okay.
We're still
Chalice
flying
is
if
going
anyone was
to-
worried about that.
Okay, I've got a couple questions. First of all, how is it? Can I assume that we would be relatively safe if we were to touch down and go down to the ground?
It depends where you go, is what you're assuming.
Like, if we went on a diagonal downwards away from the thingamadoodoo, the death vortex.
Death.
Yeah, that's the one.
No, the thingamadoodoo is its official name. If you guys were aware.
I speak that Shadowfellian. Right. Yeah. Does it look like it would be safe, or is it just sort of too there, I guess?
Okay.
Seeing everyone in pain. Callus is going to plead and scream and desperately cry out to the one who endures. And he is going to call out and say, they don't deserve what's happening to them. These are good people. Let me take on their suffering.
As you call this out, Callus, you watch your friends as they scream and are in pain, and you use your willpower to like push yourself towards them and begin directing them down towards the ground. Partially because you want to redirect, but also partially because you are slightly trained in the arcane. You kind of feel the spell coming to an end, and you know being in the air, and if the spell was to drop, that would not be a good time for anybody involved. You slowly making your way down, but you feel as if your words are not received. The hold some divine individuals have in this space is too great. Your words are not being heard.
And the moment that he hears that, he will call out to Shah.
What do you say?
I know how much this is going to bring you joy, how much you're going to be happy about this, but I don't care right now. These people are suffering. They don't deserve it. Let me take their suffering. And I'll do anything.
Roll a persuasion check, but also additionally add your religion modifier.
I don't have a religion modifier. We were just talking about this. I'm not a good cleric.
I mean, religion's intelligence. I don't see why it's intelligence. It should be wisdom.
I know, yeah. It's kind of pissing me off. Fuck, I'd go for half proficiency. I'd be fucking happy with that, but it's a waste of points if I put it in. Okay. Okay. Plus persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion plus your religion.
Oh, right. Cool. So that is a 22.
You see. First, you feel this force press on your chest as your rib cage cracks, and you see spectral form of your rib cage split open from your body, twisting and turning and forming a set of demonic, disgusting wings on your back. And you see 3 sets of spectral wings floating over the group of people before you. Pick 3.
Pick 3.
Success doesn't come without
May. Balthazar. Dio.
as these sets of wings fling on to your friends. May, Balthazar, Dio, each 6 points of force damage as these arcane wings lack into your back, and you watch as Esme and the small girl fall down the sky. Sorry, from the sky to the ground. What would you guys like to do?
Can I try to catch her?
You can certainly try.
That's the goal.
For?
The girl I was carrying.
Okay. As she falls, Dio, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
See if you can grab onto her with your hands at all as she's dropping, falling. You begin to hear Esme scream,
11.
What the fuck are you doing? Her body just going. This little girl's calling out in a language only Dio could understand, screaming for her mom, screaming for help, screaming to be forgiven.
I got an 11.
Dio, your hands, you cannot grab onto her clothes. For a minute, you think you have her tunic between your fingers, but it slips. You cannot get your fingers wrapped around there enough. She is falling still continuously. You see Esme surpass her a little bit. What's everyone doing?
Does the Echo have wings?
No. It's just surfing on surf subs.
Okay.
Is your Echo on Callus?
Yeah.
And you can swap places with it?
Mm-hmm.
Right, go. Go. I'll try and catch Esme. I can't carry both of you.
Well, I have wings now. Does May even notice that she has wings? What is happening to these people?
You guys feel them press out of your chest. Like they puncture through your chest, out your back. That's the force damage.
But
And
we,
we're controlling them?
Yeah.
but we were already
100%.
flying. So it's given us more
I
flight, but
wasn't.
got rid of our compatriots.
I wasn't flying.
Well, I know
It
you weren't
wasn't
flying, but most of us were, is what I mean.
The spell
Yeah.
is coming to an end. As you guys have spent your hour flying.
Yeah, but then
This is the way you're being protected from not falling and splattering on the ground.
but Balthazar knows how long fly lasts. He's not just gonna get
But
up.
wasn't working because we were getting mauled.
By the storm.
But we went
Did you make
around the
concentration
storm.
checks, by the way?
I did, and we are alive.
May's going to go like crashing into Callus. No echo, just like trying to
Okay.
grab onto him.
That's not hard. With you swapping places with your echo, you're going down. Dio, are you trying to grab her again?
Yeah, I am.
Go ahead and make another dex check.
19.
That is no problem. You beat it. You grab her by the back of her tunic and you pull her up. And you watch as where your wrists are, the bones begin to glow slightly green. As if you're giving a strength boon right now and you're holding her up. There's something greater at work and you can't quite feel it. It's this weird energy for you, Dio, somewhere between necrotic and divine.
Okay. Where's Esme at?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna try and grab Esme now that
All right.
May is off.
Balthazar, you will yourself down now that you feel much lighter now that May is not on your back. Not that May's big, but someone backpacking on you is not always the most comfortable experience. You dive straight down. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving.
17.
You bolt. You're like pushing through your mind and you're calling on the power of Shar, asking all you have from her, and you're nose diving. And as you go, you see Esme, the gap between the two of you closing, and you reach out and you grab her by the back of her neck. And the same way your wings are glowing, this faint green wrap around your wrist is allowing you to hold on to Esme with one hand. She's dangling from you. She looks up. Thank you. What are you guys doing? Are you continuing to fly? Or are you aiming for the ground?
Getting out of the storm towards the ground.
Yeah, out of the storm towards the ground.
You make your way down to the ground, hovering, floating. Some of you taking a little more initiative and nose diving down. May, are you still hanging on to Callus, or are you doing it on your own?
Holding his. If the wings will let me, do they need their own space, or are they literally spectral?
They're literally spectral.
Then yeah. Holding on.
Make your way to the ground, Callus leading May, the two of you holding on to your friend. And eventually, after about 10 minutes of straight descent, you make your way to the ground. The landing isn't fantastic. None of you are perfect with flight, but you make it down with no broken bones and no external damage. The storm still raging overhead, compressing, breathing in, breathing out. You watch as the wings fade from May, Callus, Balthazar, and Dio, and the light green color around Balthazar and Dio fades. Callus and Balthazar, each of you roll me a D100.
Oh, this is gonna go well.
Sure, it's fine. You need less than a 50 to be successful.
86.
Yeah, 77.
All right, never mind. You feel absolutely fine. Nothing. Once you touch on the ground, you begin checking over your body. There's no scars. There's no marks. You look at each other, kind of like looking for the wings that you briefly saw. They're gone. There's no puncture holes from them. No burns on your wrist. Nothing. Everyone is alive, and everyone's made it onto the ground.
I think
The storm.
Callus.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think Callus hits the ground. Immediately parts his bandages over his mouth, and then just vomits.
Fair. This.
So does May.
Yeah, so everyone's.
I was gonna say Dio's not far after. He can't handle seeing people puke.
It's that scene. It's that scene from Family Guy where everybody's puking and making everybody else puke for like 20 minutes.
I'm gonna say my infernal constitution keeps me whole.
You've drank in a lot of weird things, Balthazar. You've had some weird experiences. You're standing up perfect. The storm sounds like it's almost calling out to you all.
What the fuck was that?
You hear the voice of your mom calling home for your favorite meal to be ready. Balthazar.
Some random lady is calling.
Who?
You hear...
That's Callus?
No, it's Dio.
Oh.
Dio, okay.
Balthazar, you hear your kids calling out, telling you that they've made you some snacks. And you hear Eleanor's sassy voice in the background saying she found you a bottle.
Yes. Snack
May,
time.
you hear your dad calling out, telling you that your mom has made food and you're welcome back at their table to bring your husband with open arms. Callus, you hear a feminine voice. It's very soft and meek. You can't quite pin where you know this from, but it's warm in your chest. You feel full. And to cap it off, you hear May calling you to come to bed. Come rest. What would you guys like to do?
May's putting her hands over her ears and just putting her head between her knees and screaming.
Staggering as far away from the vortex as possible to try and find some semblance of something where I can start putting up the dome.
There's a lot of flat ground around you, Balthazar.
Dio will begin to play a counter charm just to be safe.
Oh man.
How many people can you counter charm?
I'll fucking tell you, you lady.
Surely 6. It's only 6 of us.
Counter charm. Any.
The radius, isn't it?
Yeah, 30 feet. Any creature that's friendly in 30 feet of me.
That's good.
Okay.
And people say that counter charm is a terrible trait. I think it's fucking great.
Who the fuck says it's bad?
Boo 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 boo.
We're not playing Journey now?
No, counter charm for Dio is actually similar to how the vortex works. Symphony kind of takes over, and instead of hearing what he's playing, because what he hears is the music he's playing, the people around him begin to hear things that are comforting and grounding to them. So to kind of contrast the strange outer voices of all this, like I don't know exactly what it'd be for each of your characters, but May would probably hear Callus rather than her dad, and May's voice in Callus's head would probably be not telling him to come rest. It would probably be telling him to stay strong or something. Or Balthazar might hear his kids telling him to focus and get back safe, and so on and so forth.
Balthazar, as you hear your kids saying this to you, do you begin casting the dome?
How far away from the storm are we?
You guys are probably about 100 feet away from like the hard line of red that you...
I mean, this was nasty, so he wants to get a little further away from the fucking storm.
Yeah, of course. How far are you willing to drag your team?
Drag him another. I mean, I can go 30 feet around. I don't know, maybe I'll like walk for a minute.
Okay. You kind of start encouraging everybody, telling May to get up, Callus to go. Callus goes over and helps May up. May's still holding her hands over the ears as you guys begin walking away. Dio's counter charm intertwining, bouncing off of what you guys have been hearing the storm call out to you. And as you get farther away, Balthazar, you determine you're maybe about 150 feet away at this point after you guys start walking, and you begin pulling up the dome. Are you spell slotting or ritual?
I don't think you can. If you can spell slot it, I will. Because I think it's only like as a ritual. I think it still takes 10 minutes anyway. Whenever you do it,
Still
I don't
takes
think.
10 minutes to cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll use a third level
Okay.
spell slot if it will make it go quicker.
We will say using the spell slot cuts the time in half.
Dunzo. That's no more thirds or fourths or seconds.
Okay.
Jesus.
Balthazar, you get this. You spend 5 minutes as Dio is playing. He continues to play. His fingers sore. Pushes through this as he's draining his divine and arcane abilities playing this tune. 5 minutes pass, and you guys see this dome form 30 feet wide. Balthazar, how are you disguising your dome?
I'm gonna make it like look the exact same color as the flat ground, so looking at it from afar, like from visual, you can't tell there's any differentiation between it.
Okay. As the dome pops up, you grant everybody access. The four of you, Esme, the small girl, you guys get in. Dio stops playing. The cries and the temptations from the storm cease. The little girl has her hands over her ears like May, fingers deep in her drums, pulls them out and goes, "It's safe?"
It's safe.
It's safe. Oh, my back. I guess I just aged 10 years, so I've suddenly got back problems.
Yeah, we're all in our 30s now. Was Balthazar already in his 30s?
43.
I was gonna say I'm in my 40s.
Looking
May was
down
in her
at you
20s.
guys, it seems as this just was an effect of the storm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank God.
You have not aged.
Whew.
Oh, thank God.
Esme looks
30s
at
as
you
old as Dio ever planned on being.
and starts to explain that it's the nightmare pit. It shows you, it fucks with your mind. It shows you the worst things imaginable for you after bribing you with the best.
Turning 40 is the worst thing that could happen to me.
I concur.
She
I have
starts
to be.
explaining that's why they plug their ears. It's so they don't hear the temptations of the storm when they die.
Why didn't you tell
That
us
would
that
have been
to start
useful
with?
to know before May is shouting at me like, "What have you done wrong, Balthazar?" Bang. And
I didn't think you'd actually go through it.
We did
we
it.
didn't.
We
We went
didn't.
around.
Close enough.
These are all things you could have told us, Esme. You kind of botched it on this one.
I say we took a wide berth and everything was fine, and then it like lashed out at us, and then I shunted us 500 feet away, and it was still attached.
I told you it was sporadic and unpredictable.
May gives up. May curls up in a little tiny ball and squishes into underneath Callus's arm and just
For a minute, I
stays
thought you were
there.
just going to say underneath Callus, and I was like, so you are a chicken.
Like an egg. Yeah.
And Callus is the chicken, the brooding
I have a
mother.
crushing fetish. Stop judging.
No judging here. We support.
I
Just a
mean,
bit of judging.
yeah, we've had a
Just like
difficult,
micro-judge.
I don't know, maybe day and a half in the Shadowfell. We haven't been able to sleep. And then we've had to go through that again, so yeah, I'm crashing out.
Yeah. No watches. That May doesn't even think about watches. She's asleep.
Nothing can get in the dome,
Conking out.
so we don't need to
yeah.
watch.
Dio will play a lullaby for the little girl. Just calming music because she's clearly panicked.
Mm-hmm.
But once she passes out, he'll focus on he'll expend his last cure wounds on himself to fix his bloodied hands.
Okay.
And then he'll turn Symphony back into a guitar pick and hook it on his earring and fall asleep.
Okay. As you guys bunker down for the night, getting comfortable with your rest, some more so than others, restoring your arcane abilities, healing wounds. We will end today's session on this long rest.
But we get to take a long rest.
We get it to take
You
one.
get to take a long rest.
Hey.
My God. So much coming
And
back.
throughout the night, you all rest, have happy dreams, and wake up feeling just a little bit stronger at level 11.
You tease.
So as the party levels up, after some very tense journeys and brushes with fate.
Happy 1-year anniversary.
Happy 1-year stream anniversary today, guys. Technically tomorrow, but whatever.
Yeah, we're not
it.
playing tomorrow.
Today.
We did it.
It's today. We did it.
We did it, guys.
We survived a year.
We didn't give up. We're here.
Most of
We're
us.
all in this together.
Yeah.
Are we doing our rollies?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, do the rollies.
But I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Figure it out. God, go quick.
Yeah, I didn't tell anyone, but I'm multiclassing into Bard because,
Oh, real?
Spent too much time with the.
All right. We'll start with Wombat. What you
Cleric.
taking?
And
All
I got a 7 for hit points.
Woo. Nice. That's a good one. 7
I
is a good
fucking
number.
can't believe it.
Do you
Anyway,
get anything at your level up? Feat, ASI, or just a straight dice?
I get ability score improvement.
Are you gonna take an ASI or gonna take a feat?
I think I need the ASI.
Nice. Good choice. Good choice.
Uh,
Maylin, what you getting?
Rogue, and I rolled a 2.
Oh no.
I can't. The hit points. Anytime. Damn it.
Do you get anything at this level of rogue? Feat
ASI or feat, and I'll figure that out.
Woo. All right,
I might
Chris,
be taking a feat.
what you taking?
Wizard, I rolled a 4, which is pretty good.
You're level 11 wizard full, so you don't get anything.
I get nada.
But I think you get a spell slot. I think at
Yeah,
least.
you do.
Oh, yeah, I need that extra spell slot because I am bursting through these at the minute.
You also get to learn 2 more spells. So, did you not know that?
Yes, I did. It's been a while since I've had some
panicked.
locked into my
I was like,
mind.
Have
I
you
think
not
I
been
get-
taking spells as you level?
I think I get 6 level spells now.
Dio,
yeah.
Bard or Sorcerer?
Fuck, bud. I don't know. Sorcerer. So I only have 1 level in Sorcerer. So leveling up in that would get me my Font of Magic. Which gives me 2 sorcery points, but I don't get any meta magic yet. But going in a Bard,
There'll
I
be
get
10 levels of Bard.
magical secrets and expertise in 2 more. I'm going Bard.
Go Bard.
Go ahead and roll a D8.
Sorcerer is only there for the backstory. I might go into it a little bit later, but for now it's
Go
a
ahead and roll.
backstory. So a Bard is a D8?
Yeah.
No, it's a D6.
Pretty sure it's a D8.
It's D8.
Okay. Roll. That's a 5.
Woo! Okay. With everyone leveled up respectively with a little more hit points, a little more power. Thank you so much for watching today on our special day. I forgot today was our special day. Oh, look at us. It's our special day.
It's my birthday.
Yay. Soon, but not quite.
Soon.
Soon. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching, joining, whatever you did today. We appreciate you. Tell somebody you love them, and we'll cast you next time.
I love you.
Love you.
Love you guys.
I love me.